All right, welcome back to the Net to Net podcast. I'm your host, Sam Kelty. We're here with Casey and Cable Kirsch. Today, we are doing a little special thing. If you can tell, we are doing a reaction to the Premier League season that just happened. Going over our predictions, going over our uh, individual awards. So let's get started. How you boys doing?
Doing well. Good to be with you guys.
All right, so we're just gonna dive right in. So I'm gonna hit play. It's gonna be a learning curve for this one, but we'll see how it goes.
Single, one of our dear close friends.
So we're gonna skip through a little bit
in the season. Joint top goal scorer in the Premier League, and last year he only
award, and it's Tottenham boy son. He had a
So
bad
Brett
year
said
last
Tottenham.
year. I personally think
So Brett said Tottenham. We all know Casey also said Tottenham Hotspur winger him and son.
we're
gonna
this
We're
is
a little
also
bit-
for some context for you if
also
you didn't
a
see
new
the first
manager coming
episode that we're watching.
to
It's
be
for
back
most
as one of
improved
the
player.
top
That's what we're
players
talking
in the
about.
Premier League this year. Hopefully,
All right. Yeah, I could definitely see Son making a comeback here. Going over to Casey. Who you got?
Yep, I had the same here as our guest Brett. I had Young and Son. I mean, just with team of the season team to Harry, but
every 27 years old. You look at it, he had 14. Look at it, he's been getting better every year.
Sam?
Yeah, for my most improved has to be Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, if you look at it, he's been getting better every year. Pretty how he
all right,
comes out.
pause it. All right, you did get that one, Sam. I think Ollie Watkins is probably most improved. Well, could say Cole Palmer actually.
I don't think a lot of people saw Cole Palmer being most improved because he didn't really do anything Well, he didn't do anything really last year at City. We're talking about a guy
that would make him the most improved.
Not really, because he didn't have the stats to do it.
Sam, who's better this year, Cole Palmer or Ollie Watkins?
I would say Ollie Watkins, top goal scorer and top assister in the league.
That's a crazy
Cole Palmer had a great season, but Ollie Watkins had 2 more assists than him. Got Playmaker of the Year with 13 assists. And yes, he didn't. His goals kind of trail at the end of the season, but 13 and 19, that's pretty good from a guy that went
Okay.
14 goals last season.
All right. Let's say you think that he was better than Palmer this season, right? Last season, how much of the gap was there between Watkins and Palmer? Because Palmer didn't get any game time.
Yeah, he didn't really get game time last year, but Ollie Watkins, you kind of saw his trajectory kind of like start rising. Last year, you saw him have a decent season, not the best season he could have had. I think with Aston Villa, they kind of struggled at the beginning of the season when they had Gerrard. Gerrard wasn't a good coach. You could see it. The players didn't want to play for him. The team was unmotivated. They bring in the likes of Unai Emery, and they start playing like a good team, and they end up having a great season last year. But Ollie Watkins he kind of showed how good he was. And we talk about, yes, he had 15 goals and 6 assists last season, and then jumped from that to 19 and 13. That's pretty good in 37 in the same amount of games as last year. Same amount of games.
Right. But
jumps.
Ollie Watkins was still a formidable striker last year who got game time.
People didn't consider him a top striker, though, in the Premier League.
Not a top striker, but a formidable one who actually was a starter. He got game time. Like, he caught fire under Emery last season. And guess what, Sam? Palmer got no game time.
Palmer got one game. Palmer got one game.
That's why they sold him. And they were said he was trying to loan him out originally, but he wanted game time. He wanted to be somewhere permanent. So
well, yeah, I would. If I'm City,
basically doing nothing to being one of the top 5 players.
But no one saw Palmer doing that though. They thought he would maybe come in, maybe get like 5 goals,
but it doesn't
maybe
matter
like 6
if
assists.
You saw him doing that. That kind of honestly betters his case for being most improved because he was so non-existent, and then he became a top 5
player. If I could chime in real quick, there's something that you guys haven't mentioned for probably at least over half the season. Chelsea was one of the most dysfunctional teams in the entire Premier League.
Yeah.
Whereas Aston Villa was kind of cooking the entire Premier League season, apart from a couple games here and there. But yeah, I would say Cole Palmer probably deserves it slightly more. But I mean, we didn't expect it, like you said. So I'd say give Sam a win on that one. Maybe give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let's see who you said, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Help.
So I went with Yuri Tielemans, another.
He went with Yuri
Okay.
Tielemans. What a no!
Okay. That's worse than Son, man.
Oh yeah, that might be worse than Son too.
Son had a decent season. He was on fire at the beginning.
But here's the thing: Son is not a good pick because he's already been a Golden Boot winner and all this stuff. Like we know who Son is. Yuri Tielemans
He'll be most
was
improved. It's
phased
compared to
out
last
of
season,
a
though.
Leicester squad that got relegated. He was phased out of a squad that got relegated. I mean, it's not the best pick, obviously, based on looking at it now, but you can see where my intentions were.
He
No, of
played
course.
well with Leicester. He played 31 games, 3 assists, 3 goals, 2 assists. His first season in Villa, coming back to the Prem, 32 games, 2 goals, 6 assists. I personally, he honestly kind of phased out halfway through the season. They kind of went with a more of a John McGinn, Douglas Luiz. So,
Yeah,
in my opinion, I don't think that was the best pick. Going midfielder on that one.
It was a good shout at the time. It made sense, but yeah, I don't agree with him being the. I think Sam got this one over
give Sam
us,
a win on that one.
even though I think Palmer was the actual most improved player.
Yeah, I agree.
Ollie Watkins is a much better shout than either of ours.
Yeah, that's true.
Villa player.
Okay, shut up, Sam.
Last year didn't go so well, so working with Watkins and Boubacar Kamara. I don't know about his number. Players like the. Yeah. Next, who do you have? Let's go with the worst signing of the transfer window.
I think we all said Kai Havertz on this one, so
We'll see. We'll see. Brett, who do you have?
So I went with somebody who has struggled, from time to time in the Premier League, but has also been really good in other leagues. And this is Kai Havertz. So the reason why I think.
So that's one for Kai Havertz.
I think it might be all of us.
I think so.
We'll see.
I don't know if you said Havertz, did you, Caleb? Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I said Mason
also
Mount.
had
I feel like I
Havertz
said
for
Mason
this.
Mount.
$65 million is just way.
Casey said Kai Havertz.
Dude,
Yeah.
$65 million is still way too much for him.
It was. He didn't even
Not
really.
the worst signing, but not a great one either.
Yeah, he had a decent season with Arsenal this year. What do you have? 13 goals, 7 assists, and 37 appearances. Totally. Yeah. Mine came down to 2 people. I totally agree that Havertz could be one of the worst signings of this transfer window. Yes, the transfer window has not ended yet, but I see 2 players that I could see having troubles adjusting to the Premier League, and they both play on Man United. I went with Andre Onana for $47.2 million to replace long-term goalkeeper and David De Gea. We've already seen so far through 2 games of how he hasn't looked sharp, how he doesn't look like the same that he did at Inter. We saw he got chipped almost from the halfway line a few games ago. You saw him; he's not really gelling with those center backs, whoever's playing at center back. Yes, we don't see that Maguire will be playing coming back from an injury, especially with the keel. But we don't know how rusty Lisandro Martinez is coming back from an injury, especially with the Achilles. Varane is getting older, so we don't know how he'll gel with Onana, especially with their outside backs. Who's playing outside back? And then the next person is Ramis Holjan. I said Ramis Højlund. I said Ramis Højlund and Onana. Can I get another dub on this one? Because I think Onana had a very terrible season.
Okay. Onana had an underrated season.
He started out. He started out horrible. He started out horrible. If we're saying
Really,
worst
man.
signing at the beginning, I'd say maybe that's up there, but not the entire
Havertz had a
season.
good start too, though. So
That is true. And Hoyland didn't do that much.
Yeah, but you bring in Onana that But if you talk about worst signing, someone that's coming in, a guy. What place did they finish with De Gea's last year? What was it? You guys remember?
I think it was like 6th.
You sure it was 6?
Because didn't they get rid of didn't Ronaldo leave and everyone blamed him and then they stayed in like 6th the whole time?
I don't know, to be honest. Let me look real quick.
either way, I still think Havertz was worse.
I don't know. All right. So I pulled it up. So you go from having David De Gea in 2022-2023 season, and you finish in 3rd place. You bring in Onana, and you finish in 8th.
They
Okay,
lost
I can see
Ronaldo.
it. I
Lost
don't
Ronaldo.
I don't know if
I
it's
don't know
for
about
sure.
the goals because they scored
Rashford,
50.
he
They
wasn't good
scored
this season.
58 goals this in 2022-2023 season, and this year they scored 27 or not 27. Sorry, 57. So.
But Sam, think about it this way too. You're forgetting that Man U had a lot of injuries as well with their center back situation.
Well, yeah, they had
So,
injuries, but
a lot
but
of
you
their
still,
defense
but you look at it.
is
You
injured.
concede 58 goals this season with Onana in goal. With De Gea, you only conceded 43.
Well, and here's another thing that you're forgetting. This year for Man U, it was like the most they've been shot on like in like a long time. So it's not all on Onana. It's the players out there as well. I mean, we got Casemiro out here kind of fading away from his world class status this season officially. So
Even you have to admit that, Sam.
Yeah, I'll admit that he's getting older, but you go from David De Gea. You go from David De Gea, who I believe was clean sheet and goalie of the year.
Hoyland was a
in
better pick.
2022.
If we're ranking the two that you said, Hoyland is better than Onana's pick.
I would take
No,
Onana 100%.
Hoyland,
Hoyland is a 21, 22-year-old that's not gonna score
for 70 million. For 70
million. Wait, you spend 40-something million on a goalkeeper like that to come in and replace a legend like David De Gea, and this is what happens.
Who's unemployed right now?
For some reason, that blows our minds.
All right, let's move to the next one though.
But I would say Onana. But
That's a great
strike
Havertz.
9 years old. And Martial to be a great.
A lot of skipping for Sam's turn.
Up to the quality.
Yeah, we're really
that
seeing some numbers there.
bring up, yeah, I mean, it's something that a lot of Man U fans aren't willing to bring up. Possibility of those two not being up to the quality that they wish, and especially the price tag. I also chose a Man U player. I have 2 down. I put Mount. I don't know how he's going to fit in that system. I'm not sure.
That's pretty good.
That's a good shout. That's a good shout.
He had a rough season last year with Chelsea, and could be a similar thing. I mean, we saw him in the game recently in preseason, missing a wide open goal, no goalkeeper pretty much, just him one-on-one, just completely whiffing. And then I also have Havertz.
Why'd you say 2 Man U players and then you say Havertz? Did anyone catch that, or was it?
No. I said I was listening to your. Go back. I did not say I had 2 Man U players. I said I could see your 2 Man U players.
No, skip forward.
So Mount is the best choice so far, for sure. The guy played like 3 games all season.
I would say Mount. Sure. I didn't know you said Mount.
I thought I did. I was pretty sure, but I was like, I know I said Havertz just based on Chelsea's season last year. I had to have said it.
Oh, see where we
what's
are
next?
Now.
And as well, I mean, today, middle of the ball, put one of those away. Arsenal with them. I don't see where he. So on from there, we're gonna go with the best signing now. So who will be a standout?
So best signing is what we're reviewing next.
This will be interesting.
Right, who do we got?
We have a Chelsea boy, which is shocking because Chelsea always drops a lot of money, and well,
we just gotta say
saw
Cole
how
Palmer.
that
I know
worked
it
out last year for him, but I went with Nkunku.
Oh,
Which I have difficulty saying his name
That's
sometimes.
bad, dude. That was
Cuckoo.
The
I thought you
injured
were gonna say
boy.
Jack.
I really thought he was about to say Cole Palmer for a second.
No. See, no one thought it.
No one
year
did.
With
Why it supports the most improved player even more.
Compared to what we. Let's see what I said.
Oh gosh, this will be interesting too.
See the
I don't know what I.
here.
Shut up.
Brett, do you see him more like
great,
how we
I just asked a
saw
question.
This
I just asked a question. What's also on my
false
oh,
nine,
that's-
center forward, false nine, or
of who
Kev, what are you doing to that microphone,
10?
man?
Who knows?
I think it was something was up with that. I don't know.
up there, because
Man,
teammates.
this was a lot of talk about Kunu.
He went for a big
yeah,
price tag.
I had another Tottenham player. I had James Maddison come.
Oh, James Maddison.
Listen,
no.
listen,
Good
hold on.
start, bad
you
ending.
Good start. Faded out.
Hey, hold
Got
on,
injured.
Before you say anything, he had an awesome start to the season. Like he was
Yeah, he
amazing
did.
right at the beginning, and he went for way less than all the other people you're saying now. He only went for 40 million. So, and if he didn't get injured, he probably would have been close, if not in the team of the season. So.
Well, and you got to see now, a year ahead. I mean, he's not even picked for the Euro squad, so.
Because he was injured.
All right, let's keep going.
Definitely better players in the England squad over him, but that's
Better
another
than
day.
Cuckoo. I would say better than a Cuckoo.
I don't know. I could have put him
Yeah,
in that
better-
spot over Trent, coming over from Leicester. For
Yeah.
about
A lot of people would be better than Trent in that position.
He
Okay.
was one of the only 3 appearances. The players around,
Wow.
like,
You talk about James Maddison, don't you?
and I would have liked to. It's gonna fill in.
since Erickson left, and I think
Yep.
he's like a perfect. I think Tottenham lacked.
Oh, he's a perfect fit, right, Sam? He's a perfect and he's fit. just gonna fill
I think
in
just that.
nicely for that role.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
Tottenham lacked that creativity ever since Erickson left, and I think he's like a perfect fit to just plug and play. We know on Polish,
Exactly.
Koski love behind Kane and be able. And going off of that, and going off of that, my best sign. I think I can see all these choices of Nkunu and James Maddison being a great signing. Mine has to be between two people. I think Sandro Tonali on Newcastle. I think the way they brought him in from AC Milan, and I hate to say it because I'm an AC Milan supporter, but 60 million is a steal for Tonali, and he's young. I think him and Bruno Gomes will have a perfect
Maybe if it
partnership
wasn't
in
betting.
CDM. Those two, you're not getting past them. They're both great on the ball, both physically. They can defend well. And then I would also have to go with City's newest City signing of Kovacic.
I said Kovacic and Sandro Tonali.
Dude,
Yeah,
Sam,
that was a miss.
really
I
bad.
could have said Vardiol, and I would have been better off than
Really
that.
bad. Really
Okay,
bad.
okay. In my to back
You
it
took
up,
2 people and both of them flopped.
Tonali, we really didn't get to
Best
see much
signing.
because of the betting thing. It's the same thing with James Madison because Tonali was playing good.
It's not the
Tonali-
same thing.
Tonali was playing good. That Newcastle midfield was
It
so
is
good.
not
No,
the
hear
same
me
at
out.
all.
Hear me out.
Bro.
That Newcastle, that midfield was insane. You had Joelinton, Bruno, and Tonali, and they played amazing until Tonali got suspended for sports betting, and their midfield
You
dropped.
just compared it to.
For them again.
It's
so.
the same thing as like James Madison having a good start and then getting injured, and then he
No,
could have been in team of the
no,
season. Same thing with Tonali. Tonali could have been there. He could have rivaled Rodri.
Hold on for a sec. So you're comparing someone getting injured, their body being injured from either someone else or their tightness and working.
I'm saying it's the same thing.
Hundreds
No,
of games.
I'm saying it's the same thing. Like they both had good starts at the start of the season. They both got injured or whatever, suspended or whatever,
Talk your way out of
and
it.
got out of it. I will say the Kovacic was a terrible signing. Like Kovacic was a terrible signing.
Yeah,
Tonali-
it was a terrible signing.
Tonali
could have been
good.
the person, but
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Could have been. I'm not saying it was a good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say I should win this. No, I'm saying
All
I'm
right,
saying
all right,
the same thing.
Let's do this. We'll give you that point. If you and
Well, it depends on what you say. We haven't heard what you said.
We'll
so
bend the rules for the next season's Premier League predictions. We won't count Tonali as a signing for this past season. We'll just say you have to say him as your future best signing.
Great. I don't want to say it.
You have to do it. You have to. If you're willing to stand by this that much, you have to do it.
I'll take the loss. I'll take the loss because there's probably going to be a better.
Out of it. You still said Kovacic. And
yeah. Okay. So I got the loss on this one.
Yep.
You bring it in.
Yeah, who do you think?
Oh, jeez, I'm nervous.
I don't know what he said. I don't
either. I'm nervous.
Could you say like
He's probably gonna say Slabasai or McAllister, probably.
That would be better than those guys.
Endo?
No, I don't think I said Endo.
Do you think that they're gonna be better
out there? Not. There's Casey asked me another question about something.
You guys cut me off on my time over here.
And especially on a cheaper deal. But if you
okay, if the Kovacic thing could have worked out, it would have been a cheap deal. Let's be real.
Kirsch, who do you have?
So I have an honorable mention and I have a best signing. So my honorable mention is Edson Alvarez if West Ham can get that done. And best signing, obvious, Guardiola. I mean,
yeah, Caleb won that one. He said Vardy.
That's two. That's two right there.
Oh.
man.
I was so nervous though to see what I was going to say.
I'm saying two people like you guys. I actually follow the rules.
I said honorable mention. That doesn't mean my actual pick though.
No, but you said two people in the last round.
Yeah, you did.
Talked about
okay, I didn't say honorable mention last round.
Signing Baridal for Manchester City. He's already one of the best center backs in the world, and he's only 21. He's going to be starting for City probably every game, and he can only get better.
Okay.
He's not going to get any worse. And, like you saw him at the World Cup, and even this past year, like he was probably one of the.
Casey said Varial too.
Can play on. What was this young player?
He was just describing mine.
Oh, maybe it is young player.
What, weren't you?
I thought it was for young player. We already talked about Caleb.
We'll see. That's an interesting pick, Brett.
Oh yeah, we're a young player.
Who did you pick?
I gotta scroll
Maybe
back.
Maybe he picked Cole Palmer. Maybe he picked Palmer.
Maybe he picked Foden.
He's only 8.
Did he really? He might have said Cole.
Yeah, so I have a little curveball here. I have a Man U boy under the likes of Garnacho.
Oh, you said Garnacho. I really thought he was leaning towards Palmer. So I know Casey. We all know Casey said Varial because I scrolled a little past. So good job.
Well, if
Casey.
I said signing of the season, I probably said that too. Then, right? Like I had to.
This is young player.
When you play like that,
because he said Garnacho, and Garnacho's like 18.
If I didn't follow that logic of best signing and then young player, we'll see.
You didn't get it.
I'm scared who I said. Probably said something stupid.
That's an interesting pick, Brett. Casey, who you got?
I brought up a player that you already talked about, Caleb. His best signing, Baridal for
Vardiol. Let's see what I said. Great, I'm talking. Let's go back a little bit.
There we
go. So if you look at
Gusto back system, and Pep is really gonna rub off on him, and I think he's gonna win the award because he's gonna play so much.
Sam?
Yeah. So if you look at the recent history and you see that Foden's won it twice, Erling Haaland won it last year, Trent won it in 2019-2020. You see a lot of those names are big. They've played a lot of games over their years for their team. Haaland played one season and just dominated the Premier League. I think the next person could win it. I like Garnacho. I thought he had a shout. It's just my thing was like Casey said, the game time. But I went with Crystal Palace right wing Michael Olise.
Who got young player Cole Palmer? I think what were the? Does anyone know what the runner up was?
I don't know if they
I always thought
announced.
they.
Elise
Let me
is a
look.
good pick though. Casey, your facial expression with this pause right here. He's like, ooh.
Ooh. Let me look. I think they do top 3 because I kind of want to see this. Young player, who won it this year? Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, they don't. I don't think they do runner ups.
Sporting News says one though.
Was
Yeah.
Elise with the short list though? Don't they have a group of them?
I think so. Let me look at the
Because
short
that,
list.
I mean, if you're in the if you're in the short list, you definitely. And I don't have it, then you definitely win that round.
I'm looking. There's 8. There was 8 to choose from. Foden, Haaland, Isak, Manu, Cole Palmer, Saka, Saliba, Udogie. Elise wasn't in that. Are you kidding me?
Wow. But they
That
have
was the
Foden.
8.
Wait. They had Foden in it when it's. Are you sure you weren't looking at?
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, May 9th,
Is he one
2024.
player of the season?
Yeah, it was Foden. Foden has already won Young Player of the Year before. Haaland is on it. Kobe Manu. So,
Alright.
yeah, I guess.
I think
All right,
Vardy wins that one.
Who?
What? Do we have to just? Yeah, I don't know. That's a
Caleb,
tough one.
Well, Caleb, who wins? Is it Vardy or is it Elisa?
Have we listened to mine yet?
Yours doesn't matter.
Let's
Michael
figure it
Elise.
out.
Yeah, let's go to Caleb's.
I want to wait.
I think
I
it's
want to
gonna-
wait to make my decision. That's a
You
really
know
tough
it's the
one.
Same as me, so we know.
Probably.
At least he can take that next step. They need.
Honestly, I was
For-
shocked. I thought I was about to say SC.
I thought you were gonna say Saka. The way you were
I-
talking about game time and
Even
everything.
a
And
better at
I
right
kind of
wing.
thought I kind of was gonna say Palmer.
Have you seen
Who did Caleb say?
might not
I mean, if I said
Sanji
player or signing of the season for Guardiola, and I didn't say young player of the season, I don't know how that
Watch out.
computes, but
I just think
Yeah,
It's like-
I also went with Guardiola as a young player. I think it's
Guardiola then.
Okay.
Guardiola is the best young player right there.
I think Elise, just based off of stats alone, I think Elise should. I think.
Hey,
I wanna
you
hear
might
in
have
the
stats,
comments-
but
Hey,
Guardiola had some goals
In the
too.
comments below, let us know if
Michael.
it's Elise or Vardiel that wins. If whoever won this, if it's me or it's those two, and they said Vardiel, I think it's Elise. Let's be real. He only played 19 games and had 16 goal contributions. That's pretty good. So
Hey, nothing compares to that Champions League semifinal banger that he had with his weak foot.
yes,
So
yes. He had a banger.
much as I hate City, I like to. I mean, that's what happened.
he had a
So
banger.
it was with his
Yeah, it
weak
was-
foot.
I think player of the season's next.
I
And
think
I think multiple people said Tottenham's Hotspurs.
And
really
we are
bad
blind ranking to
form
this, everyone
for a
that's
team that's-
listening. We are blind ranking, or not ranking, but blind watching this. So
could be wrong.
Yes. And just FYI, the winner of Premier League Player of the Season was Foden this year. So
But I don't see him in the next season. Who do
Have the magician who
you have spot for it? Sister in the league going into next season? Who
this is top
We're
assist.
gonna
We're
move
not
on
at Player of the
to-
Year.
top assister in the league
Let's
going
just
into
be real. None of us got this
next
right.
season? Who do we have for that spot, Brett?
This was Ollie Watkins.
we have the magician himself, De Bruyne.
I mean, that's a
Not-
classic.
Yeah, I think I want to just say,
He was healthy, probably.
yeah, we're probably all gonna say De Bruyne,
It's just
knowing us. Maybe Kirsch would
Your
probably
guys.
say Salah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go for KDB here. Kevin De
Yep. Okay. Just go past it at this point.
really, yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Bet
What
Chelsea
happened?
like over him.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was gonna come and bite me. Something
I
about
would
Chelsea,
like to say
probably.
someone else, but when you have Haaland and De Bruyne on your team, there's nothing else I can say. There's nothing
You
else
were
I can
not gonna say
dispute.
Ollie
What he's just
Watkins,
said that isn't true, and everything's correct. So De Bruyne.
I just want to say before this, De Bruyne did get top 3. He just tied with a bunch of other people for 3rd. He got 10
Okay.
assists.
So I probably went. I'm gonna guess. I did not say De
I
Bruyne though.
actually
I'm gonna
did go
guess.
with someone else. Obviously De Bruyne. Don't.
He's gonna say Salah, and he
De
also
Bruyne
tied
is
with De Bruyne.
one of the best midfielders we've ever seen in the Premier League. The bench coming this weekend. He does have an injury record that's piling up a little more than I personally. I hope. I love the guy as a player. He thinks that he goes off. I mean, we'll see in the predictions later where you guys have Arsenal, but I see them competing for the title again.
Did I say Odegaard?
So I think he's going to have a really good year. Madrid should have never gotten rid of him. He's great.
Yeah, you said Odegaard.
What was his rank? Was he
Oh,
tied with De
crap.
Bruyne?
Yeah, never mind. They all got 10.
I would say because I chose differently, I should get that win. No
one gets that.
If anything,
I just want to
you
say,
get it because Kevin De Bruyne played way less games.
yeah, Kevin De Bruyne tied with Pascal Gross, Brennan Johnson, Hinman Son, Odegaard, Trippier, Gibbs White, Mo Salah, and Anthony Gordon for 10. No one gets this. Because
Okay,
we all
fair,
tied.
fair,
We all
fair,
tied.
fair.
Players. So.
I believe
Golden
top-
Boot is
I
gonna
got
be
a lot.
interesting.
I believe Golden Boots.
I thought he was going with. I thought he was going with Salah, and I was like,
Let's be real. I also thought he was going with Salah there.
but no, I can see Odegaard. Odegaard had 7 assists last season. He was very accurate with his passes. He had an 84% accuracy, so it's a good shout. It's just who's playing up front. If it's Hayes, we really don't.
All right, let's go next.
What do you think I'm doing?
The thing I thought of is Arsenal.
I gotta listen to you talk about Odegaard.
Thanks.
Hey, I wasn't wrong about Real Madrid shouldn't have got rid of him.
Dude,
So.
why didn't you say Trent, man?
Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't say Trent.
I can
Yeah, I
see it.
don't
My
know.
only thing is depending on. I feel like the game time of how much Odegaard's gonna play.
At least I
Why
didn't
did
go boring like you guys.
For Odegaard,
Is he not their club captain?
that's not always the case. In games. So
Why are we arguing about
Unless-
Odegaard?
That's because you guys all said
Or
the same
actually,
thing. I mean, it makes sense.
That
yes,
makes sense.
there is
There
a
is a
chance.
possibility.
There's
And
a
the
chance
second
that they
round-
don't.
In the second round too, it's possible.
But you never know. You
Oh, me joking on Arsenal for getting out in the Champions League.
Use the like
Porto did
your
it.
cursor
If
to
they
click
do
like
make those-
ahead more.
I'm using my like the keypad.
Next up is the Golden Boot Award. This one's always a classic.
Oh God.
I have
I think
to
I
go
said
Mike
Kane.
And context, the Golden Boot winner obviously was Haaland this year with 27.
I think it's Kane, man.
Cole Palmer
I
came in
think you-
second at 22.
picked
in his
Kane.
second.
If you count Kane's goals in the
saying
Bundesliga,
more names, but let's start with Brett. See who he has.
I have the very, very obvious, the freak of a player, Haaland.
Yeah.
That's one for Allen. Unfortunately, Brett could not be on this call, but you'll get to see his things later. He had to play pickleball.
Yeah, Casey.
I actually went for Harry Kane here. And although Haaland,
Good pick, Casey.
Hey,
maybe if we were
listen.
doing a Bundesliga one.
hey, he was on Tottenham at the time, and guess what? He was the Bundesliga top scorer.
Okay. Here's what we do. After we hear Sam's and mine,
I'm
We
looking
go
up how
check-
many goals Harry Kane
yeah, I was
has.
about to say we gotta see.
Yeah,
if,
we can check
If Kane
Kane's.
has more goals, maybe give Casey the award here for that
17
one.
plus goals every single
Oh.
2 times in
Well, Kane
the
did have
Premier
more
League
goals.
2014. He just like I said, you bring
So Casey, it's probably
and-
gonna, unless I said like, I don't even
more,
think anyone else beat out those two.
I think Kane won the golden
Kane for-
shoe.
Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, the European Golden Shoe. Yeah,
We'll
so
see what
the,
happens.
Number 1, 36 goals.
Yeah, for me, top scorer. Yeah, Haaland had 35 goals. That's insane. But I
Yep.
have to side with Casey on this one and go Kane.
So that means I get it too. Well, we all know Kirsch is probably gonna say something stupid.
We'll see. Hey, I've gotten 2 right. Perfect. So
Well, Kane didn't have any Premier League goals. He had 0 goals.
He's gonna say Salah. Let's be real. This
I
is where
could've.
This is where his Salah bias comes in.
I might have.
Nah,
He's won multiple.
He's saying Darwin.
No.
The fact that I
No.
clowned on Casey for picking Kane just now, and I picked him too. So.
That's the beauty of blind watching something, Sam. That's the beauty of it. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Pretty much. Well, me talking about Kane's stats.
To be fair, I did not expect you to say like
Last year,
Onana and
Havertz
Hoyland
scored
either.
35.
Yeah. Honestly,
I was not expecting that.
Just looking at injury history, Haaland really doesn't. Oh, talking about Haaland's injury history. He's never missed more than 10 games. I think that Kane's been 35 the year before.
Okay, what did Caleb say?
I feel like I said Haaland. I feel like I did.
Maybe when he was still on Leicester before he got the
First regular. Like he's just.
The fact that I brought up his Leicester.
I made a
days-
great argument for Kane here, and we're just skipping over
35 again.
it.
We don't have
Yeah.
the time, man.
Again, but I can
That's
see him
true.
get 30. Yeah, I see him making.
Responsibility for him this next season.
Yeah, I see him making that. Maybe not 35 again, but I can see him get 30. In terms of numbers, I think Haaland's gonna get it, but I don't think that Haaland has as much creativity around him now that like Mahrez is gone and Gundogan is not around the box helping him out, but he's still got Julian Alvarez playing a lot of games. He's still got the emergence of Cole Palmer, who we saw had a great strike today. So I'm gonna go with Haaland. I think it's just the.
I think we made this before Cole Palmer got. I think we made this before Cole Palmer got sold. The fact that you brought up Cole Palmer.
I win the episode. I win the episode. Just give it to me. Just give it to me right now. No one else had mentioned him in the entire episode.
Just because you said his name? Okay.
Yep. That's why.
Oh Jesus!
I
basically.
So
The emergence of Cole Palmer.
player of the year. This could be interesting.
This is Foden who won it in real life.
Brett,
Everybody.
who do we have for player of the year going into next?
I think I said Kane again.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay consistent with what I've been saying this whole time. Man U's gonna go, or not Man U. Man City's gonna go crazy again. Haaland.
That's one for Haaland.
Okay. I don't think anyone picked Foden though. That's the thing.
What if
No.
I picked Foden? How funny would it be?
That would be hilarious.
Well, I think Casey picked Son.
No, I think I picked Kane.
He probably picked Maddison.
Dude, I just spent you saw I spent like 2 minutes talking about how Harry Kane's gonna win the Golden Boot. There's no way I didn't say Kane here.
Everything you talk about is Spurs except for Gvardiol.
Well, I know who did say Coach of the Year was Postecoglou.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I
He
did.
must win it. So,
I don't know
Yeah.
who won Coach of the Year this year. Was it
Or-
Pep?
He might bag in
There you go.
Player of the Year. I think he's gonna be the top goal scorer.
Dang it.
He said Kane.
Casey?
Yeah, I'm sticking to theme too. I picked Harry Kane to win the play.
Yep.
That's all.
Why is Brett shaking his head thinking like he's like
gonna have
He probably wasn't high on Tottenham this year.
Yeah.
he picked
It's,
Haaland.
if he leaves, I mean, a lot of this goes out the window,
is
but
not closed.
See?
Just
Yeah.
so everyone knows. So
Yeah.
we are basing it off of today, August 6th. So
August
Sam,
6th,
who do
that's
you
when we
have
filmed
for
it.
your player of the year?
Yeah, I'm staying with the theme as well. Harry Kane.
So
You guys are already out. If I say anyone, that's better.
Zero touches, or
If I said like James Ward-Prowse, that's still
they can stop
what you guys have.
Haaland in there for a while, and people still can't figure out how to stop him. So there is a chance he leaves, and then we can talk about that situation.
What's with my hair?
I'm just saying.
I think you have a
They've
hat on.
as the seasons have gone
Or
on.
you had a hat on. I don't know.
I think City will be a little bit more expressive this year, just based on who they have now. I mean, Bernardo, I think, is going to be his
Did
usual
I skip it?
filling those spots. But when we talk about breaking the record next year, I don't spots, but so going to get
I
more
had to have said Howard.
who they have. Or I did choose Howland, and
Yeah, you chose Allen. Yeah, you chose Allen.
All right, I win.
Whatever. Well, we
They
did
had those in
say
the 2 games. I believe those are
if
against
Kane
like
was,
West.
if we're talking as if Kane was still in the Premier League, he would have
Yeah.
won it over Haaland.
Kane won Bundesliga player this season. So.
Did he?
Probably.
No.
No.
He scored 36 goals in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, but they didn't go undefeated, so they could have gave it
Yeah,
to.
I was about to say. I don't think they would
They
give
could
it
have
to
gave it to a
Bayern, but-
Leverkusen player. They probably gave it to Xhaka. Let's be real.
Oh, stop.
I don't know what it for
They
them.
didn't do anything. No.
yeah,
But I believe
I believe all of us went with like Pep Guardiola as coach of the year,
Yeah.
except for Casey, and he went
I'm
with
gonna go with him. I
Postecoglou.
think
No,
it's
it was
choice
worse.
and the correct choice.
Was it Wirtz? That makes sense.
Have the
Vets.
other wild card ones maybe. Manager of the year. Brett, who do you have for that?
Sticking with them. Man City, we got Pep.
Yep, that's one for
Brett won
Pep.
that one.
I think I won it too. I think I said Pep.
of the year, even though they're tired of giving it to him. So
Casey?
Yeah, I mean, Brett and I are both being consistent here. I'm picking the new coach of Tottenham, Sakalo, to win coach.
The man said Postecoglou, guys. You heard it here first.
He did do well in his first season.
Yeah, the first 2 months, and then he kind
Yeah,
of fell off a
yeah.
little bit.
Ridiculous. Where did they finish in the Prem?
6.
Yeah, and
Or
they
no,
didn't have Harry
fifth,
Kane, bro.
fifth.
They were starting with Charles Sanders.
What happened? Wait, go back and see.
Spurs are not
What'd he say?
I don't
most
know.
improved player of the
Is
season.
Spurs going to win the league in your predictions? Tell us now.
Spurs are not going to win the league. It doesn't matter.
You have every single day. Pretty much.
Spurs might win a trophy this season, but they're not going to win the league. It's going to be City. But Kane is going to have a crazy season. Like I said, all the things I've said previous. Spurs are going to have a really good season. I don't think people are picking them to even be in the Champions League next season. Champions League top 4 spot. I've seen a lot of predictions so
they
far. and
finished
people are
5th.
without Kane. If they had
Season.
Kane, they would have been in a Champions League spot 100%. Going to get the credit.
The fact that this man said
I made some good
Postecoglou.
points. Dude, I made some good points. Come on.
Interesting. Sam, who you got?
They finished
yeah,
above
mine was
Chelsea.
a tough one. Obviously, Guardiola is the favorite again. That would be his 5th.
Coach never a good
if
start.
he does end up winning it.
What are you picking, Potts
But
here?
I kind of was in between a couple managers, which I think could win it. I went with Eddie Howe
Yep.
of Newcastle. I think the signings he's brought in with tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I did not win that one. It looked good at the beginning. Just saying.
What do I have to say here? Let's see. I'm
Probably-
nervous.
Came
I
in
could have.
second.
I could have picked
Sat
Klopp. I
finally-
don't know. I could have gone with someone crazy though. I'm kind of nervous, honestly.
Profits off of some egregious sacks. But my manager of the year is going to be Arteta.
Was he?
So-
Wait, who was coach of the year?
It was Pep.
Pep.
Okay. So, Brett got it.
Yeah.
No points for us.
Yeah, no points. So I think now we go into what I think that's it. That's all of the awards. And I think we dive into
What happens when they
the
play?
standings.
They're going to win by a good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to set them forward. I think they'll be more of a chasing position this series than falling off. So I feel like they'll be more of a chasing position this year rather than the top of the table where we saw Arsenal fans printing out T-shirts of them first place.
Hey,
And Christmas Arsenal fans, and it's just the guy with the T-shirt. Oh man,
Who's in the background?
So now that we all
do you
have
think?
our individual awards,
The ghost.
let's start with the bottom 3 teams.
this has been funny. This has been really funny
This
to
has been
watch.
funny. Just to think where we started.
We should do more of
till-
these.
We really should go back and see some of our things because we had some wild takes.
It's
You
funny
said
to
wild
listen to what we have to say, but it's also but just it's about predictions. You're right sometimes, you're wrong sometimes. It's one of those things, especially with the Premier League. 38 games, one of the most controversial moments this past season, and you got a lot of good players, a lot of money spent, so it's not easy. Definitely not easy.
Tottenham next season.
Oh,
Tottenham
maybe.
next season, baby. Here we go. Run it
Oh, you
back.
gonna say Kane for player of the season next year?
If he comes back, Kane. I'll just say that.
So I think based on that, we're gonna try and split this into the second part into another episode because it's just a lot to react to. So this has been funny. I've really actually enjoyed this because you never know what you said about a year ago. It's not quite a year, but it's about 10 months ago. So anything you guys want to add to it? I mean, it was kind of funny to hear what we had to think about 10 months ago. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that
I
was
think
insane.
this is a awesome time. I had fun, very funny moments, and I think we should definitely do more of these in the future.
Oh,
Just like
yeah,
reacting
and
to
then-
our old takes and stuff
I
like
think this
that.
is really funny because this is one of our first couple episodes to start it.
Well, and
off.
if you notice, it's 2 hours. I think that's one of the biggest we've done. So
Yeah,
Uh,
wow.
Probably the biggest episode.
I think our debate might have been longer.
yeah,
Re-
that's
Yeah,
true.
Let's react
slightly.
to the debate.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, no.
I would love to see that.
And once football season comes back, maybe we'll do that.
Maybe. All right, so definitely catch us on the flip. Definitely listen to the next episode. It'll be reacting to the standings. So go listen to this one on YouTube, or watch it on YouTube, or go listen to it on Spotify. And we'll see you guys next. See ya.